Welcome to Multiple Choice Question 12 for the 2010 Mathematical Methods Exam 2. In this video, we will be looking at the solution for this question. A reminder that this video is in no way endorsed by VCAA. Now, before we get into the problem, I'd just like to point out that the use of a CAS calculator is the most efficient way to answer this question. In fact, it's the only way you'll be able to get to the answer. So for question 12, we have a soccer player is practicing her goal kicking. She has a probability of 3 divided by 5 of scoring with each attempt. She has 15 attempts. The probability that the number of goals she scored is less than 7 is closest to one of the following options. So the way the question is worded, we have a probability that remains constant with each attempt, and we have a certain number of attempts. So that means that we can say that x, which is our discrete random variable for the number of goals that she scores, is going to be distributed as a binomial random variable with an n value of 15, which is the number of attempts, and a probability of success of 3 divided by 5, or even 0.6 if you prefer. Next, we want to calculate the probability that x is less than 7, and this is where you need to be really particular with your symbols. So x being less than 7 is not the same as x is less than or equal to 7. In fact, this can be interpreted as the probability that x is less than or equal to 6, which just helps us to identify that upper bound for our calculator. So now we can calculate this using the necessary commands on a CAS calculator. On the CAS calculator, go into the main menu. Next, to bring up the binomial distribution commands, we need to go interactive, distribution, discrete. And the question's worded so that we're looking for the probability that she scores less than 7 goals. So we want a cumulative distribution, which is the binomial CDF. And that means we can put our lower bound of 0 goals. To be less than 7, the upper bound needs to be 6. The total number of trials that she had was 15 attempts. And the probability of success was given in the question to be 3/5, which we can write as 3 divided by 5, or you could even put in there 0.6. Hitting OK gives us the probability of that occurring. So from the CAS calculator, we found that this was equal to 0.0950 to 4 decimal places, which means option B is correct for question 12. From the examiner's report, we can see that this question challenged most students on the exam, with only 44% of students getting this answer completely correct. And there was a significant percentage of 38 that fell for option D. And the distraction there is that option D is obtained if 7 is used as the upper bound rather than 6, as was shown on the previous slide. So just be really careful when you're dealing with probability questions as to whether they say less than 7 or less than or equal to 7, as they are going to result in two different probabilities when you compute them.